we did 24 hours straight.
Peace.
And as painful as that sounds, it didn't bother me, and it certainly didn't bother him. We just sat down, listened to music, and just put ideas together. And I was doing it on the computer and rendering all his pencil draw. While he was drawing, I was, scanning and rendering. And we worked together. He had a good work ethic, and it was probably the greatest experience that I had as an artist, working with, a friend of mine and making a project come from paper, to life, giant, later it became giant prints and stuff like that. I think some of the work is probably in his catalog of this show, which is the Myth Conception.
Shit is dope.
You don't know.
Word.
That's how you know. Yeah. This, he also had, he was strong on theory, and I think that's why he is, you can consider him the GOAT, and that doesn't come from him. The first person who called him the GOAT was Stay High 149. So, he loved Marvel comics, and he loved the artists that were there and stuff like that. And Jack Kirby, he was a big fan of Jack Kirby. Rosetta, he was a fan of all of that. The op artists around the world. So he had an eclectic taste of what inspired him. And that's what you see today. You see all the symbolism. Certain, you ask yourself what's going on here. He's really just laying it out like, this is what I see. That's the beauty of his work. And if you look at it, there's always something there. There's always something there, and it's always a conversation piece, and that's what he prided himself in, like a conversation piece. You can for this show, I have to come back and absorb it myself. With the opening, it's wonderful to celebrate with other people, but I think I have to have a private little tour just to really absorb, because it says a lot, for me, especially since I knew him and stuff like that. But I think for most people that look at it, they can grab something from it, because there's so many symbols that he uses, and things that are recognizable and things that are not recognizable, but there are things that you would recognize no matter what, whether it's a dragon, or dragon eyeball, or a pyramid symbol. There's a lot. The more you look at it, the more you learn, and that's the beauty of his work. His current work, as of probably the last 20 years, it was very layered, and still the roots of his piecing background. He still applied the roots of the basic, lettering, and then arrows, and his wild style, his complex wild style with 3Ds. I learned so much from talking to him about 3Ds that it inspired me and stuff like that. So he, all those circles and arrows, and he inspired me to do similar stuff, but do my own stuff, not look like him and stuff like that. So if you look at his stuff closely, you'll see a lot of inspiration from a lot of different things, almost like an architectural layout, if you want to say. There was a blueprint. It's great, and that's what it is. It really, as far as wild style and what later became on the train, he set that tone right after the signature. He came and really flipped it over. Probably the only if you want to put it in terms of music, it's like when Rakim came around and just shifted the whole culture. That's what P.H.A.S.E was, But on another level, I consider him the Miles Davis of this culture. So because Miles Davis, if another musician plays a wrong note, he'll follow that note and make a song from there, and that's genius thinking, and that's how P.H.A.S.E was. He never used the pencil, he only used the pen. And wherever it goes, he'll turn a mistake into beauty. And that's the comparison that I have with him and Miles Davis. And that's the beauty of his art, and that's the beauty of his thinking. To this day, I can't even do that. And a lot of good writers do that, like good old school writers. Like they'll do it with pen, and he's one of those guys. So yeah, I dearly miss him, but he left me with a lifetime of inspiration.